Oh, welcome back, guys, to the Intel Extreme Masters Shenzhen, where I have a big smile on my face because, Nate, I've seen a lot of nerds in my life, and I've seen a lot of people who love StarCraft, but I can't believe what I actually just heard you say. After a day where you have slept for 3 hours in the last 40 hours, Nate just literally said, very genuinely excited as a kid, like, hey, we are so far ahead of schedule that if we finish on time, I can actually watch Flash play. I cannot believe that the thing that you want to do after we finish up this broadcast is watch more StarCraft. Now, I like to think I have passion, and I have not installed Passion Stone or any of those other League of Passions, Passion 2. I'm not doing any of that. I am just playing StarCraft. But after this day, I want to go home and I want to watch something fun. Something that does not include Protoss units dying, or, I mean, Flash playing is pretty fun, but still, how can you think about that? Why don't you sleep, Nate?
It's Flash!
Yes, I know, but you have not slept for 40 hours. You can choose between watching Flash for the rest of your life or watching Flash tonight.
Oh. You know what? In this semi-delirious state of mind, I'd rather watch Flash as soon as possible, man. I'm all for it.
Well, I kind of hope that you miss Flash because I really want to enjoy this broadcast a little longer. It's been an extremely long day, but we came back here to the studio in Burbank and we are casting some of the best StarCraft 2 players in the world, but I am a little bit down after that MMA performance. This is the last time I want to talk about it. I just feel that was an MMA unworthy performance. Obviously not something he's trying to do on purpose. I'm definitely not trying to beat him down. He's still one of my favorite Terrans. He's still one of my favorite guys. I'm just sad to see him go out of the tournament like that. I think we all know that he can do better. So I want to see something absolutely epic and awesome now. And I hope that this series, Jim versus Taeja, can be it. Now, if you asked me in the start of the day, if I had to pick one series in this group that I think could be relatively excited, I would have said, well, if Taeja meets Jim, things could get ugly. Jim struggles in PvT. Taeja is a monster. However, we're going to have it, and we're going to have it in our winner bracket match. So perhaps, against all expectation, this is actually going to be the best series of the day for us.
That's right. That's right. We're loaded into Overgrowth for the first game of our winners match. And in the bottom left position, it's the blue Protoss player from Team Invictus Gaming. It is Jim.
Jim will go up against the Terran player that has been winning tournaments left and right. We used to talk about the summer of Taeja. Now we just kind of talk about the decade of Taeja. It is. I've said it twice. You guys guessed it right. It's Taeja.
It's Taeja.
I don't know why I thought that was funny. Anyways, okay. Taeja has shown us a variety of openings as well in this matchup. We can see he's going to drop a refinery. So it's going to be a gas first. Taeja taking notes out of the Nintanius TV playbook.
That's right, gas first, baby, all day, every day. Taeja and Bomber have both been doing this thing where they open gas first, and then you know what, I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna mine drop. I love to mine drop so much, and then they don't mine drop. They get a factory, they stop mining gas, and they basically just bait the Protoss player into opening up a fast robotics facility, because sometimes, as a Protoss, when you see this, you say, oh, I don't want to do anything that gets countered by a fast Widow mine. Like a Stargate build, like any build that revolves a very fast attack of the main base ramp.
Yep. Now I would love to give some background information about IG Jim, because of course not everybody follows StarCraft as close as we do, and not everybody has the luxury of having StarCraft as a job as we do. So I definitely don't fault any fans out there that might not be that familiar with IG Jim. IG Jim is one of the best players in China. He's been representing Invictus Gaming for a long time. He is teammates with guys like Jigua, Maxet, XY, etc. 2013 was kind of his breakout year. He blew us away with performances online, defeating guys like Nesty 2-0 online, even defeating Jaedong multiple times.
Yeah.
And Jim in PvZ is, press ready soundboard, a force to be reckoned with. However, if there's one matchup where he's always fallen, even when he was kind of hot in 2013, it has been PvT. He never ever used Storm in this matchup. And now there are some Terran players out there like, lol, Protoss who doesn't use Storm. You guys have to understand that Jim was playing these games from China on the American server. There's quite a bit of latency. And he just felt that practicing Storm would not be useful for him or not beneficial, because by the time that he would Storm a Marine, you know, the Marines would stand on top of his Colossus and actually put a Terran flag on top of the Colossus' head. So he felt he kind of had to play armor upgrades, a passive style, often played Phoenixes into Colossus, a tricky style. He has tried it against Taeja, but when he made it to the offline rounds, guys like Taeja were just a little too good. Online, yes, Jim was able to make those crazy builds work. Offline, against guys like Taeja, it didn't work. And then I kind of asked him, he's like, hey, when you play offline, why don't you try to use Storm then? And he spoke a little bit of English with me, and his manager translated the rest. Just said, just because he almost never practices using Storm online, he doesn't feel comfortable using Storm offline. And this actually goes into ridiculous proportions in the game, where Jim will have 200 supply, 22 gateways, 333 upgrades, and still no Storm. Like, even though no matter how rich he is. So that's why I'm so excited to see this tournament being played in China. It's been a couple of months since that has happened. And has Jim changed? Is he a little less stubborn? Has he somehow been able to find a way to practice with High Templars a little better? Because needless to say, High Templars are very important units in this matchup. That's all I want to say about Jim. Sorry for the rant.
It's good. I agree. Jim is an awesome guy. He deserves the praise. You understand him much better than I do. These Marines are going to come up. Oh, that's a Mothership Corricade. She has enough energy for a Photonova charge. She can do it.
Yep, but you don't want to use it too early. Of course, Taeja would love to see any Protoss drop a Photon Overcharge when he pokes in with 4 Marines. So far, on paper, this build from Jim is fantastic against this opening of Taeja. This kind of reminds me of Taeja versus Big Baby on King Sejong Station, where when Taeja didn't do any damage with his opening, where like, oh, Sentry. Okay, well, there's a random fast force field. Oh, Mothership Core takes a lot of damage, but it's still alive.
Yeah.
And the Photon Overcharge was actually able to do quite a bit of damage because Taeja was chasing down the Mothership Core. Oh, cute pickup.
Yeah, microing that Hellion as much as possible. Of course, you need that healing power for these Marines, and this Hellion's going to work on some of the probes, which is nice, but...
Not the economic damage that Taeja is looking for, though, Nate, when he opens up with a build like this. The Mothership Core somehow survived. There are 2 observers out. You remember that game between Jim and... between Big Baby and Taeja on King Sejong Station, when Taeja opened up like this?
Yeah, he didn't really do much.
No, he didn't do much, and after that he was like down 24 workers in a base, because the Protoss just went up to 3 bases very quickly.
Yeah, Taeja has pretty much... Oh, he's going straight for another command center, though.
This Immortal could actually set Jim up for a big Immortal Sentry push. He's the type of Protoss to do that in this matchup.
I've lost
no observer in the mineral line. No observer. Oh, no. This could get ugly. It's late, but...
Okay.
Oh my god.
Fail.
Jukes. No, there's another one.
Okay.
Ooh, I was really worried there. Maybe Stalker warp in?
No.
Okay. Nothing. Anyways.
Too much for me.
Yes. Jim is up 11 workers, Nate, and I have the feeling, and when I have a feeling, sometimes I'm right, most of the time I'm wrong. I made a career of being wrong, it's awesome. That Jim might try to go aggressive with Immortals and Sentry. Right when I say that, he warps in a Forge, so here you go, have it. I'm wrong again. I love my job. Doesn't matter how many... Alright, he's not doing it this time, but I promise you guys that he has done that build in the past. But maybe he feels like he's been slowed down too much, and obviously he doesn't have to do it. I don't think that would have been the best option. I just think that it's something that's part of Jim's playbook.
Yeah. It's a good play, though. It is definitely a good one.
Yuta checking in.
Yuta!
We got you know, I've heard something really funny, that like liquor is very expensive in Yuta. That a lot of people drive down from Utah to, you know, what's below Utah, like Nevada or even California.
From Utah?
Yeah. Or New Mexico. No, New Mexico's far away from Utah. Or like you can drive to the right to Colorado, or you can drive to the south.
Maybe.
Anyways, you can drive from Utah to a different state. Yeah, like Salt Lake City is above Nevada. Why did you make fun of me? Like, Utah is on top of Nevada.
Yeah.
Why did you make fun of me for that? Anyway, liquor is very expensive in Utah, so people drive across the border. I just thought it was really... I don't know why I bring this up. Why are we talking about liquor prices in Utah?
I just can't. I can't run geography. I can't run maps through my head right now.
Okay,
except these beautiful maps, because these StarCraft maps
I will tell you that Utah is north of Nevada. And you may think that's very funny, but it's accurate.
Okay. I'll take it.
You better. You have no choice.
So extended thermal lens. Wait! He's got tank.
Yeah, he has a tank.
I don't even...
There's an immortal in the mix.
What?
Tanks gets a... Oh, sentry!
And
what?
then...
What?
And then quick...
Oh my god, this is so sick! He's actually using the Guardian Shield. Wow, Jim, what a beautiful, sexy little play that was.
In that moment, Taeja remembered how bad tanks are versus Protoss.
And not just that, he also remembered how good Guardian Shield is.
Yeah,
that was awesome. That was a really cute play. I was like, why would you want to bring a sentry and an immortal to kill a tank? Why not just send the immortal? Well, Guardian Shield was the saving grace of that immortal. Beautiful play so far. It's a single forge opening, correct?
Yes. He's just not getting his second forge. He's going to clean up this Zealot at the watchtower. You know what? For what we were talking about earlier, Taeja's fast move up to these three command centers definitely helped him, but...
Oh, I love the observer positioning.
How many observers does he have?
4.
4? Okay, that's a very healthy...
Yeah, but they're kind of in Pig Baby-ish positions. One on the other side of the map. This is, if Todd is watching right now, Todd is probably watching. It's starting to get early in Europe. Oh, Taeja's going to stim in a pretty exposed natural. I actually feel that when there's nothing other than a photon overcharge, you should just run in. Like, you can kill 10, 15 workers in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, you actually can.
Yeah, you should really do that. Good force there by Jim. Man, Jim is playing a pretty excellent game of StarCraft 2 so far, Nathan Fabricant.
Yes, they are, Kevin Vanderkoy. He's spreading his units. He's trying to hit from both sides. One Colossus will fall. That's it. He's spread out, but the Zealots defend the other one.
Okay, he gets the Colossus, but it would be a lie to say that was a fantastic... Look at the supply, Nate. 130 proto supply against 101 for Taeja.
Is Jim even at his computer? Like, what is playing this game? Is a robot there now?
What if Jim just marches across the map with a bunch of Colossus, a bunch of Blink Stalkers, a few sentries, and 2-2 upgrades? Can Taeja defend with 1 starport? I don't think so.
No. No. This I'm actually really scared that he could almost just click behind his natural and kill him.
Well, I don't think.
Maybe that's a bit excessive.
Yeah.
Okay, but he should be able to kill him.
There are 2 starports, and actually both of them have a reactor already. Good play there by Taeja.
Wow. Okay, so
that changes.
Does he have a lot of Vikings though? Because these stalkers can still be really effective. He needs
3
time.
now.
I still think if he pushed like right now.
But he needs a pylon. He needs a pylon.
Needs a pylon.
Oh. It's gonna get close, and also the focus fire, like something that someone like else later on as well mentioned, and Team Liquid. And if you go over the games of Big Baby vs Taeja, the blinks of Big Baby were phenomenal. The focus fire on the Vikings was fantastic. Whenever there was a Viking left with like 13 HP, he would also always only leave 1 stalker behind, and the rest would shoot at a full HP stalker. Jim is going to need the same level of control as Big Baby had. He can't overkill. Time Warp goes down, gets a Viking. These Vikings are exposed, Nate.
Yeah, the Guardian Shield is good. He's killing all of the Vikings. The Stalkers go into town. Both Colossi still alive for Jim and Taeja. Taeja's getting force fielded to pieces here. Has Jim done it? Okay, one of the Colossi gets picked off.
Immortal gets stacked as well. This army is horrible against Stim Marauders. You need some Zealots. You need a little bit of... He blinks into Stim Marauders, but it's going to work.
SCVs are killing the Colossus. He's killing SCVs.
What? I've seen a lot of things in my life.
Talk about a farmer's rebellion fighting in the shadow of the Colossus.
In the end, it's going to be good enough. I have never seen...
What?
He blinked into Stim Marauders and he came out victorious.
That does not happen. That's not a thing.
Yes. Jim still has to be careful though. Taeja is the type of talent that can make comebacks. This orbital command is still alive as well. Oh god, this can backfire for Jim.
He doesn't have charge. He needs to be careful.
Oh, he needs to be really careful. I know that some people probably think that this game is over, but this can snowball out of control real quick. Stim Bio is so incredibly good. Taeja needs one more wave. Oh, he gets the orbital. Okay.
Command center.
I would say go back, Jim.
He's got charge. He's going in.
I say go back, Jim.
Run.
No. I want him to go back. I mean, he does have charge.
When you're fighting with gateway units, he needs to kill his medevacs, I think. I think he kills the medevacs, it gets a lot easier for him. There we go. Starts chewing away at him. You can move the observer forward too. That high ground position has been doing a lot for Taeja.
This pylon could die now. I mean, it's still good for Jim. Of course, getting that orbital command.
He should have sent a couple zealots at third base.
Yeah, exactly. Please send like 2 zealots over here, and then you're doing fine. I guess he's doing fine regardless. There are a lot of zealots in the mix now. Beautiful focus fire there on a couple of these stalkers. But SCV's using hold position. Be careful, Jim. You're playing with fire. This is still Taeja. He is a master of... Jim, can you please send 2 zealots to this base? Does he think Taeja is a 2-base Terran or something? He has never seen that.
He never saw it.
Okay, but it's going to be fine. This Protoss is beautiful.
Yep. You said everything that needed to be said right there, Kev.
In the end, it will be good enough.
Oh, GG, Jim! Displaying once again that he has, in fact, while playing in China, become a god.
He is not there yet, but right now the only Chinese player that made it into the Intel Extreme Masters main event is one map win away from qualifying to the top 8. And you know, we said this, Nate, and we thought that this was ridiculous. We said there was about a 1% chance that Jim would win this group and then gets matched up or paired against Snoot, because let's not forget, Snoot was the runner-up of Group B, so that means if Jim wins Group D, Snoot can only play 3 players, 3 group winners, A, C, or D. There's a 33% chance you'll get a Jim-Snoot quarterfinal if Jim wins his next game.
I wonder how much Jim likes playing against Swarm hosts.
I think that Jim much rather plays against Swarm. Well, I don't know. I've never seen Jim make it past the 15-minute mark against Zug, and that's a good thing because he always wins.
Fair enough. We're loading into game number 2, by the way, guys, which is going to be played on merry-go-round.
I can't believe he just did that. That was just a solid early game defense by Jim. And with the mine openings and stuff like that, yeah, it's pretty damn awesome if you kill workers. But Jim did not lose a whole lot of workers. He handled it well. He handled it with grace and beauty and excellence. And photon overcharge.
We're loaded into the game. We are on merry-go-round, ready to start this second map of this best of 3.
Let's just go ahead and hop into merry-go-round. It's time.
In the top right position, there is a red Terran player. He represents Team Liquid, and he is from Korea. And his username is Taeja.
Taeja's going up against the Invictus Gaming Protoss player who's had a bumpy 2014. 2013 was his breakout year. He hasn't been able to follow up on that performance yet. Some even say that they feel that Tutming has overtaken Jim as the best player in China right now. I wouldn't even necessarily disagree with that, but so far today Jim has been excellent, and he is of course our blue Protoss player on the left top side of the map. I've said it already, it's Jim. I keep doing this. Why do I keep doing this?
It's okay. Jim has a name that has so few syllables. Sometimes to give it justice, you gotta just say it a couple extra times. That's all. I don't think that makes sense, but you know, he's Jim. Yeah. Hashtag I am watching from beautiful Central Valley, California. A little past midnight. Love the stream, guy.
Thank you very much.
Aw, thank you.
Where is Central Valley? I guess it's somewhere in the...
I'm just going to assume it's closer towards the center of the California.
No, I feel it's north of...
That doesn't necessarily have to be true.
I feel it's north of San Francisco.
Okay. Watching from Denmark while eating some breakfast. Life is great. Someone tweeted claiming to be watching from Antarctica. I don't believe you. I was talking about it. We had like a break. I'm like, there's absolutely no way that someone from Antarctica has good enough ping to watch Twitch. I would be blown away.
Or that he is somehow...
Or that he's in Antarctica. Like, he's been sent on a special research mission, bro. Not to watch video games.
He's supposed to save our planet, like do research on global warming.
I got a polar bear chilling with me watching.
Actually, he has like a polar bear pet that he just sent out to hunt some fish.
I think there's only polar bears on the North Pole anyway.
Really?
No, I don't think there's polar bears in Antarctica.
Or maybe then he's chilling with a bunch of penguins. What do we know?
He's with the penguin. He's with MYI Penguin too. All the penguins.
Alright,
so he's gonna open up with the Marine. He's got another fast factory. This is another really fast factory build, and I love it on this map because you have so much space in your main base. No space that he can put a Widow Mine at the ramp. That ramp drop is just so much more effective on this map than it otherwise is.
Yeah, it is. Okay, we're gonna go back to serious mode, as we really love all the tweets, guys, and we could make jokes about all the cities that you're from. San Antonio, Charles Barkley makes enough jokes about your city. We don't have to do that for you. But what is important, Nate, is that it's once more a Widow Mine opening from Taeja, and these kind of openings, I'm tempted to say you need to do some work with them, because these Protoss players are so good on capitalizing on any economic advantage that they are going to get. They read this game so well. Like, if I defend against the Widow Mine, I don't take damage, I'm still going to die against the next 10 bio push because I'm bad. But these guys, they don't. They know what they're doing. Taeja scouts the robotics facility as well. He knows that this is very similar. And I feel this is a risky opening from Liquid Taeja, Nate.
Yeah.
And I actually think if Taeja just takes a chill pill and opens up with a Reaper fast expand and plays it normal, or even makes a 3 command center opening, like let's just say goes up to Stim Bio and then drops the 3rd command center before Rex number 4 and 5, I think a style like that is so much more effective against a player like Jim. Because in a 24-minute game, I would prefer Taeja over Jim, even late game.
If Jim doesn't get Storm, especially.
Yeah.
Because then you can almost max out on just pure Bio Viking. You don't need.
But I feel that
you don't even need that many
Taeja.
ghosts.
Yeah, I feel that Taeja is playing in Jim his hands and playing towards Jim his strength. Of course, last time Taeja got a little bit unfortunate as well, which Widowmine got dropped on the wrong side of the cliff. Jim sees it. He sees it late though. The Widowmine photon overcharge. This is a mirror image of Overgrowth.
Yeah, man. This is my go-to build. I love this type of attack from Terran players, even if he's going to get completely shut down without really doing too much damage at all.
Jim.
He's trying to pick up. He's picking up his Marines and he's putting them down. That Widowmine wants some blood, and it. Oh, okay. Some splash damage, but that's not really, you know.
No Protoss blood.
You can take 99% off the hit points of every unit that Jim has, but if you don't kill them, it doesn't really matter.
Well, but he got 2 Stalkers.
Okay.
So yeah, Mothership Core.
Mothership
Taeja!
He's got hops! He's got hops! Kills the Mothership Core!
Plays for days. Now that has to be on Reddit. Someone out there was having the shadow play button ready. He clicked on that. He loved it. We loved it. Ah, sick.
We're gonna have a highlight of that one.
Yep.
Calling it. And he's hiding in Twilight Council now because why not?
And look at this guy, this little Christopher Claus. He just killed the most bad. He had just had the pimpest play of 2014.
Yeah.
Killed Mothership Core in, I don't know, beautiful fashion.
That was great.
That was awesome. That was sick. I really.
He's got that medevac all to himself.
Yeah.
He's just riding it home. Great opening to this.
Yeah, things are picking up. This is what we want.
Dark Shrine on the way. Dark Shrine, Dark Templar, invisible units that kill things very fast.
Again, you said it like this Rise Against song, like help's on the way. You always do like Dark Shrine is on the way. I can't sing, but that's how you say it.
It's okay.
I like it. I like Rise Against. They recently released a new CD. It's awesome.
I am not aware of that.
I listened to one song. It sounds great.
See, no one would be surprised for me to be the kind of guy that would say the only new album I know about is Weird Al. Weird Al put out a new album recently.
I saw that. It's high in the charts actually.
I haven't heard a single song from it, but I heard it's
way
good.
too mainstream for me. I only listen to Drake and Katy Perry. Anyways, there are pilots going down on the right side of the map. These doctors. I can't believe I just said that. There's always guys who take that serious, and now I'm gonna be in trouble again. People think I'm stupid. Anyways, this drop can deal.
Oh, this drop! He's gonna get swatted.
Good Stalker weapon. I'm a little bit worried, Nate. There's a double orbital command opening. That means that if he drops mules, like Taeja is so unaware of this Dark Shrine. He is more unaware of this than Weird Al is of your existence.
I've met that guy before. Guardian Shield gets popped. He's gonna kill the sentry. No, he won't. He's forced to boost back all the Widowmine. Oh, he's gonna take it with him. Robotics Bay is almost done, but you know, you were right about something, and that is that he's not aware of those Dark Templar.
And okay, 1DT gets wiped in. If, like, especially if Taeja starts attacking into Photon Overcharge, but he's gonna wait for Photon Overcharge to end. This is great. We didn't really highlight this, but Taeja forced Photon Overcharge to go down once more. Oh, Jim is baiting him. He's gonna get focused on medevac. Yes, he is. He gets one of them.
Trying to cut off the escape route.
Jim needs more units.
Kills the sentries, going for stalkers. Okay.
Okay, but look at this. These Dark Templars are going to deal so much damage. July Madness is officially starting now, with DTs killing everything on one side of the map, and Stimmed Bio is going to try to save the... Jim should wipe in a defensive Dark Templar. That would be so sick. Taeja is hating like... Oh!
Stim finished. Well, that's underwhelming. Okay.
I don't think Taeja has enough, Nate. I don't think that Taeja has enough.
Yeah, the Dark Templar is going ham in the natural. Some probes are going to get pulled. You know, I used to something I really want.
Friendly fire?
No. Could have been.
Warp in the Dark Templar, Jim.
Warp in a defensive Dark Templar.
Warp in the Dark Templar.
Zealots. He doesn't have any scans. Do it. Do it now.
Okay, there's a Colossus about to spawn. Taeja still has a massive army supply, but he doesn't really have a whole lot of... Taeja has 9 SCVs left. Okay, this was the only scan he had. Just wipe in another one, Jim. And another one. Oh, Colossus so exposed. Colossus is going to die.
No!
I think that Jim is winning this game. No, why is he wiping in Stalkers?
Jim!
Stalkers are bad against
another
Team
DTs.
Marauders.
Okay, he's whipping into DTs,
Okay.
whipping into Dark Templar.
I think that Jim is going to win this game. We are looking at 40 probes against 9 SCVs. Invictus Gaming Jim was the only Chinese player to qualify for the main event of the Inter Extreme Masters in Shenzhen. And he has just ravaged, absolutely shreked the economy.
You can almost say it's all ogre now. So,
whoa, did you hear that Zealot die? That sounded intense.
the Zealots, even they die pretty hardcore.
Ah, DTs. Jim! I don't see... Taeja has 30 supply. He's mining off like 9 SCVs. There's an observer in the mix as well. One more Colossus is about to spawn. It took Jim a while to realize that if Dark Templars are killing everything on one side of the map, they're probably pretty good on the other side of the map as well. But eventually, Nate, he got there. With enough units as well, take. This is not good. I don't think it matters. I think this game is all over but the crying. One more scan goes down. Dark Templar might be able to get it outside of Rayoma.
Oh!
What? The DT was invisible.
Bug report.
Bug
Okay.
report, bug
He's
fix.
got a Colossus now. And GG is called Jim!
Wow.
Jim 4-1
Wow.
out of his group.
Jim just 4-1 a group of absolutely legendary StarCraft 2 players. Startail Live, Acer MMA, Liquid Taeja. Name me bigger names in StarCraft 2 history, please, Nate. There are very, very few guys that have won more tournaments than these three. Let's just compare the amount of tournaments that those three guys won to the amount of maps that Jim has won in Premier League offline tournaments. Like, that's not even funny.
No.
Those tournament wins, I can guarantee you guys that, guys. The tournament wins of those three players, like, outnumber the amount of map wins that Jim has won offline in foreign events. And Jim has just won this group. We said at the start of this broadcast, there's about a 1% chance that Jim wins this group and gets paired up with Snoot, which would mean we have a foreigner in the semi-final of the Inter Extreme Masters in Shenzhen.
That's pretty sick.
Now, it is a 33% chance that is going to happen.
Confirmed. Jim is inside the pylon power radius of China, and it is giving him extra strength.
Okay, and we've just already summed up how amazing it is that Jim won. What I also just realized is that we're going to have Taeja versus Live with Tournament Live on the line.
What? One of those players has to be
Yes.
eliminated right now?
Yes.
Can I?
No, we cannot
Can we
call
please-
a friend.
Can we please take them both? Please. I don't want to leave one of those guys
Wow,
behind.
okay, well, we had a dull start of the night. The games did not really live up to the expectations early on, but now things are getting more and more fun. Really impressive series by Jim. I have nothing else to it. He was able to not take that much damage from the drop play from Taeja. Yes, Taeja, you had the Pimpus Mothership Core snipe of the year, but it was not enough. He had 0 detection. He decided to ignore the DTs and go in for the kill, and that's almost never a good idea. Sick.
That was amazing. That's actually incredible. So that's like we just said, guys, the final match of the night that we'll be bringing you here from Burbank. Someone actually tweeted that they're watching from Burbank.
Wow.
So that's cool. Because we're obviously really close to you because we're also in Burbank. And someone had the
Why is that cool? That's like the most uncool thing.
someone had the audacity to tweet that they were watching with a polar bear from the North Pole, chilling with Rudolph too.
No, I think they're lying. I believe.
You think they're lying?
I believed it up to the point where he included Rudolph in the story.
You know, I'm in the North Pole watching, but I'm not an expert on the North Pole, but I think he was lying about Rudolph being with them there, not the polar bear holding the Coke bottle.
No,
in
I
its
believe
hand.
up to that point. Of course, big shout out to the dude watching from Burbank as well. That is cool, but it's also cool to hear that people are far away watching. But then again, you know, some people are not even aware that this studio is in Burbank. That's why we often say it in the start of the show when we come back from a commercial break. It's been a crazy 40-hour marathon of StarCraft 2 for us. We did get a 3-hour power nap though, so you guys don't have to feel sorry for us. It's been fun. It's been one hell of a day. We've seen a lot of StarCraft.
We've seesawed a lot of StarCraft.
We've seen crazy things. We've seen great things. Jim winning this group is actually one of the highlights of the last 40 hours, I would say. That is truly remarkable. It's really nice for Invictus Gaming as well, because this is so huge for them, Nate. Like, we are not there. We are not on location, but I don't think that we can possibly compliment on how big this is for Invictus Gaming to have their one StarCraft 2 player, their one star, and make it out of a group of legendary StarCraft 2 players. That is massive.
Edison has got to be one happy guy. The
Edison-
manager of Invictus Gaming.
Edison just smoked 24 cigarettes all at once. We like to make jokes about Edison being a chain smoker, but he's such a great dude. We love the manager of Invictus Gaming. Well, Taeja versus Life. One of the two players is going to be eliminated in the group stage of the Inter Extreme Masters Shenzhen. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to think about while we're going to try to Skype the guy on the North Pole with the polar bear and
Send
Rudolph.
us pictures, please. I want a picture of the guy in the South Pole and the guy in the North Pole.
And they probably have like they probably so there's probably someone out there who can Photoshop that and make it look very realistic.
Make it look like
beautiful. How do you call those lights over the North Pole? Those
the auroras.
The auroras. Like
The auroras.
I want to see those as well. It's a beautiful landscape, and then some guy sitting with a laptop, a Lenovo Y50 it has to be, and then he's watching StarCraft 2 with a polar bear. And Rudolph. Anyway, guys, we'll be right back with the final series of the night. It's going to be a sick one, a TVZ. Perhaps this one. I'm not gonna say anything. It's going to be Taeja versus Life. I know how I feel about it. You guys just think about how that makes you feel, and we'll be right back in a couple of minutes.